Teacher talking sports, what it does, what it do, how we living. Let's continue our NFL Mount Rushmore series. This will be the 11th of 32 teams. We are doing the Detroit Lions today. The Detroit Lions have been a franchise since 1930. From 1930 to 1933, they were actually known as the Portsmouth Spartans. They have not had much success over the past 3, 4 decades, but they have won 4 NFL championships pre-Super Bowl era in 1935, 1952, 1953, and 1957. I will include two older players, older time players in this Mount Rushmore. In these, I attempt to name the 4 best players in franchise history, only looking at what they did with said team. So in this case, the Detroit Lions. As a subjective list, let me know in the comments who would be in your Lions Mount Rushmore. I do not rank the players. I'll be naming in alphabetical order. And as always, I'll have a bunch of honorable mentions at the end. So let's get into it. Starting with Megatron, Calvin Johnson. Johnson was the 2nd overall pick in the 2007 NFL Draft. Retired relatively young, still in the prime of his career. But in his 9 seasons, put up outstanding numbers. 731 receptions, 11,619 yards, and 83 receiving touchdowns. Went over the century mark in 7 of his 9 seasons. In 2012, had 1,964 receiving yards, which is an NFL record. Made 6 straight Pro Bowls from 2010 to 15. Was a first-team All-Pro 3 straight years from 2011 to 13. That 2012 season, he finished 3rd in Offensive Player of the Year voting. Had at least 12 receiving touchdowns, 4 different seasons, including a league-leading 12. In 2008, was a first ballot Hall of Famer in 2021. Calvin Johnson, Megatron, first member of the Lions Mount Rushmore. Next, let's go back. We got black and white photo here. Bobby Lane. Bobby Lane, the quarterback, was the 3rd overall pick of the Bears in 1948, where he only played for 1 season. Came to the Lions in 1950 and stayed with the team until 1958. In his time, was a 3-time NFL champ with the Detroit Lions. Also made 4 Pro Bowls with the team. Was a first-time All-Pro twice. Again, 1950 to 1958. Led the league in yards his first 2 seasons with the team. Led the league in touchdowns his 2nd season with Detroit with 26. Again, different era, so his numbers aren't going to be as outstanding as, say, a Matthew Stafford, will be on my honorable mentions. But Bobby Lane had much more success with the team than Matthew Stafford. Of course, Stafford won a Super Bowl with the Rams after leaving the Lions, but that's neither here nor there. Altogether with the Lions, he went 53, 29, and 2 as a starter with 15,710 yards and 118 touchdowns. He is the second member of the Lions Mount Rushmore. Next, some people's eyes, the best running back in NFL history, Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders, again, and just like Calvin Johnson, retired still in the prime of his career. He only played 10 seasons, and in each of them, he was named to the Pro Bowl, so 100% with that. In his 10 seasons all time, 15,269 rushing yards, 99 rushing touchdowns, 99.8 rushing yards per game. Absolutely incredible. I believe, yes, that is the 2nd most in NFL history. 104.3 for Jim Brown is the all-time record. He did run for over 2,000 yards in his second to last season in 1997 when he ran for 2,053 yards, averaged 5 yards per game for his career. 6.1 in that 1997 season, a league leading 5.7 in 1994, was the Offensive Rookie of the Year in 1989, the MVP and Offensive Player of the Year in 1997, and the Offensive Player of the Year in 1994. Was also a 6-time first-team All-Pro, so was a first-team All-Pro in more than half his seasons. Obvious choice for the Lions Mount Rushmore. Last, again, let's go back in the past. Joe Schmidt. Schmidt. 90 years old, still going, still living on. Drafted in the 7th round, 86th overall in the 1953 NFL Draft. Played 13 seasons, all with the Lions. Was named to 10 straight Pro Bowls from 1954 to 63. Was a first-team All-Pro 8 times, including 6 straight seasons from 1954 to 1959. Known as one of the toughest players to ever play the game. Had 24 interceptions in his career, including 2 for scores. Took a fumble recovery to the house. Had 8 fumble recoveries in 1955. That's absolutely incredible. Finished 4th in MVP voting in 1957, 5th in 1962. This was before Defensive Player of the Years were handed out. Was a 2-time NFL champion, a member of the Hall of Fame All-1950s team. Joe Schmidt, one of the best middle linebackers really the game has ever seen. Was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1973. So there you have it. The Lions Mount Rushmore in alphabetical order by last name. Calvin Johnson, Bobby Lane, Barry Sanders, and Joe Schmidt. As we've been doing, let's name a bunch of honorable mentions. 2 toughest omissions for me were probably the aforementioned Matthew Stafford and Lem Barney. Excellent defensive back. Others include Alex Karras, Loomis Brown, Robert Porcher, Dutch Clark, Doak Walker, Jason Hanson, Wayne Walker, Dick LeBeau, Herman Moore, Kevin Glover, Doug English, Billy Sims, Charlie Sanders, Yale Larry, and Jack Christensen. So there you have it, the Detroit Lions Mount Rushmore. We've done 11 of these bad boys. We got 21 left, and tomorrow the Green Bay Packers. That's going to be a challenge. But thank you for your support. I appreciate all of the new subscribers I've gotten recently. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.